We can use anchor words and phrases to help us achieve a sound that we are uh, targeting more easily. It tends to help if this is a phrase that you utilize in your day to day life. At this point, I think every trans person who's extremely online is familiar with the line "heat from fire, fire from heat" by an unknown poet that was popularized by Ziana as a mantra phrase uh, for voice training. But the process of figuring out what phrases might be useful as an anchor or what words might be useful as an anchor actually doesn't isn't too complex. Start by taking a look at your day. For example, if you work in customer service, if you work in a client-facing position in an office, if you work fielding questions from people constantly, if you are interacting with other humans a lot throughout your day, then chances are when you answer a phone, when you get a customer who messages you or whatever, you probably are going to have a moment where you have to interact with them verbally. And think about how you want to start that conversation, or historically, how you have started that conversation. So, one really useful way to do this would be to just, you know, plan a greeting or take a look at a greeting that you already use. So, for example, let's say you work in a doctor's office, you answer the phone, you go, hello, Dr. Franklin's office, how can I help you? Right? So, the thing is, you are already saying this phrase pretty much consistently throughout your day. What you want to do is start to take that phrase outside of your day to day life and start to cultivate some targets with this phrase. So, thinking about size, thinking about weight, you're going to try to target a sound that is a little lighter or a little smaller if you're feminizing, or a little larger or a little heavier if you are masculinizing. And you can go like, hello,
hello, Dr. Franklin's office. How may I direct your call? Right? If that's a phrase that you say a lot in work, then that means that every time you answer that phone,
whatever, you can be like, hey, Gene, can you get me that file from the, oh, hold on one second, I've got a call to,
hello, Dr. Franklin's office. How may I direct your call?
Right? At that point, if you've practiced and honed in on that phrase enough, you're always going to consistently get to a sound that you like. So, take that phrase out of context and start to really investigate. Like, okay, hello.
Hello. What's happening there? I'm changing the pitch. I'm changing size. I'm changing weight. Hello. Dr. Franklin's office, how can I help you? And I'm gonna listen for like, oh, there's some inconsistencies in the sound, alright. So let me then think like, Doctor Franklin. Hello, Dr. Franklin's office, how may I help you?
Right? I'm really taking apart that sentence and examining each of the individual sounds that appear in it. Then that means that when you start a conversation at work, you're pretty much gonna be in a configuration that you like, with a sound that you like. Another really useful kind of tool would be to say, if you use filler words like so, like, uh, what else? Whatever. Any kind of like, yeah, yeah, sure, right? All of these phrases and words can be useful as anchors. So if you are already finding yourself saying, throughout your day, yeah, let me get back to you on that. Let me talk to Jean and see if she's got that file. Whatever. You're going to take that word, and you're going to interfere with it a little bit. You're going to take that and change the way that you normally would say it. You're going to maybe change again, thinking of pitch, weight, and size. You're going to right? First I'm changing the pitch, haven't really changed right? Maybe I haven't really changed the weight yet, so then the next thing I'll do is change weight. Um um um
And now I changed the size to a size that I like, so I can go and I'll go, yeah, Gene, I meant to ask you, whatever, so here's another phrase, and another phrase, and another phrase, and another phrase. But what's crucial is that the stays the same. I'm programming the sound of that into my mind's ear, and I'm learning to audiate that so it's always the same no matter what else is going on in the sentence. I'm returning to that with a high degree of consistency. Once you can do that, your can help sort of direct the rest of the flow of the sentence. So you can say like one, two, three, four. And what happens to the numbers doesn't matter. Is the consistent? Then that's what we want. From there you can then go like one, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. You're just kind of exploring using the as your new kind of anchor, your kind of target, and using other words afterwards to see if you can find sounds that match your From there, see if you can interweave it into sentences in your day-to-day life. See if you can maybe intentionally do some readings where you say the word and then go into other stuff or whatever. Your goal is to just cultivate that word so that once it's lined up, whatever it happens to be, yeah, so like whatever, any filler phrase that you find yourself utilizing a lot now, start to incorporate it in your day-to-day life, having already transformed it so that now it's going to be a sort of quality of sound that you really vibe with and that matches your desired gender presentation. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know, and I will do my best to help clarify.